size will make you laugh out loud. I'm Josh Bernstein filling in for Gary Franchi and the Next News Network. Before we get to that story, if you're new to the channel, please make sure and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you never miss a story.
Before I go further, you know my friend Colin Plume and Noble Gold, they can help you diversify your investments. They frequently update their YouTube channel where Colin's experience and astute knowledge is timely and useful. So what I want you to do right now is head on over to their website and tap that red subscribe button, or you can hit the link in the description box below and start protecting your investments right now. Now, back to the news.
Only a handful of people showed up in the blue state of Maine to see Jill speak. Even Donald Trump Jr. pulled a bigger crowd in Maine last week. Meanwhile, Dementia Joe is napping in his Delaware dungeon with just under 40 days to go until the election. Is blowing all of his chances. At least you would think that, because again, how do you win if you don't campaign? How do you win if you don't talk to the press? How do you win if you cannot inspire people to go out and vote for you? It's very simple. You cheat. That's right, you cheat. How many times do we have to say it? That's their goal. That's their entire policy here. Let's lose on election night and let's litigate Joe into the White House. We cannot allow it to happen. We know that's their plan. We've got to make sure and get this new judge on the court before the election so she can help stop the steal. That's what this is all about. It's not about policy. It's not about campaigning. It's not about anything other than stealing the election. That's it. We have to stop it. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. Give us a like, give us a share, continue to
Good morning to all my fellow Americans.
I'm Josh Bernstein.
You heard that?
For Gary Franchi. If you want to learn more about me, check out the Josh Bernstein.
Good morning to all my fellow Americans and members of the DAB, for which I am a member, Chapter 11. God bless you all. And veterans of all organizations, a salute too. And never forget those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in order to keep our country free again. You know, you can see what we call the Democrat Party, which is now officially the communist terrorist organization, wants to lie. They want to lie, and they want to say that their polling numbers are way over Trump's numbers. And you can see right there. You could barely see what, I don't think it even amount to 12 persons to go and see him. Maybe it was 12, I don't know. I doubt it. It doesn't look like it. So, you know, that's what it shows you. Oh, the state of Florida, don't forget to vote for Maria Elvira Salazar for Congress. And Donald Trump, let's see if we can do what we did with Venezuela, where we passed the presidency to Juan Guaido, and we froze the accounts of the communists. Let's do the same thing with Cuba. Let's pass it on. Let's freeze the accounts of the communists and pass it on the presidency to Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia as temporary president of the Republic of Cuba until later on there is free elections. Without communism, without Islamism, without fascism, and without Nazism, it doesn't make sense to create a free society with people who want to destroy it. Okay, let me go to the next video. I'm going to try to post at the end one on Cuba, so you can see what these communists or socialists, they call themselves socialists to make people believe that they're not communists. It's the same thing. They equal the same thing. The only thing they make it look like, oh, we're sociable. They're communists. And I'm going to show you what they're offering you. What's the paradise? What's the change they want to offer you? So let me go to the next one here. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one here, which is a bomb. And it says a bomb, and it is a bomb. But you judge for yourself. Listen to this one.
Strike again. The president now dropping the hammer on Ilhan Omar. She is busted. Her plan to steal the election now exposed by Project Veritas. We've got the details. If you're watching for the first time, please do make sure you hit the red subscribe button down below and you turn on your notifications so we can bring you real news and opinion every day. Christina Layla for the Gateway Pundit reports that President Trump called for U.S. attorneys to launch an investigation into a cash for ballot scheme involving political allies and associates of the Democrat Representative Ilhan Omar. This is totally illegal. Hope that U.S. attorney in Minnesota has this and other of her many misdeeds under serious review. If not, why not? We will win Minnesota because of her, and law enforcement saved Minneapolis from Iron O range. Trump said in a midnight tweet, by misdeeds, the president is referring to Ilhan Omar's marriage to her own brother to defraud U.S. immigration, campaign finance violations, and other crimes. In undercover footage that was released on Sunday, the investigative journalist at Project Veritas found that Omar's campaign manager, Ali Isi Gaini, I think I'm saying that correct, is a key player in a ballot harvesting scheme. The footage shows a man named Liban Mohammed saying that he was collecting the ballots to help his brother win the city's August 11th special election for vacant Ward 6th City Council race, which was held the same day as the primary for Omar's Minnesota number 5 congressional seat. Watch.
James O'Keefe here in downtown Minneapolis at the scene of the crime. The person you're about to meet, Liban Mohammed, aka King Liban 1, boasts about the hundreds of absentee ballots in his car.
numbers don't lie. Ujeeda gaarigaygu waa buuxaa. Waxaas waa absent ballot salka yaala. Soo ma jeedin? Fiiri, waxaas oo dhan soo ma jeedin? Waa buuxaa gaarigaygu. Waa buuxa yaala. Waxaas kulli waa Jamaal Cusmaan wey. Fiiri. 300 kaliya maanta soo dhacday waa Jamaal Cusmaan. Yeah?
There was video. You can see the video. There was a video out and about that he has the ballots in his car.
Right.
And talking about the only way you can win is with money. I was looking at them. They were not filled. They were blank.
Who is the one filling out the absentee ballots?
So they
People who work with, like Ilhan Omar. Where do they pay the money? The minute we sign the thing, the election, that's what you give them.
Money is everything. Money is the king of this world. You ain't got money, you should not be here, period.
That's all I'm
At the end of the street,
Yes.
there's 3 towers called one house.
Okay.
And it's all seniors, and they took every ballot.
Every ballot. They just
Every
take them from
single
them.
ballot. They knock on the door and say, your ballots, come give it to me, give it to me.
They don't even pay them for it. They just take it.
No. And the ones that didn't vote on ballots, the young people and the women and stuff, they were paying cash. They were getting bags of money the last time. Yeah, to drive people. So there's a vested interest, but we are victims of the system. They don't give a shit about anything.
2 in the morning, still hustling.
Who is the one filling out the absentee ballots? People who work with, like Ilhan Omar and other candidates work for them. They came to us to our apartments. They tell us that this year they're going to vote for us. You don't go nowhere, you stay home. You tell them fill out for your absentee ballot. When it comes to come and get it, you just don't go nowhere, you stay here. Say fill out for us.
But yet, the Democrats say there's
I'll leave
no
it right
such thing
here.
as vote fraud, right? Wow. Well done, James O'Keefe. They write here that Omar
What in the hell they're doing here? How about suing Barack Hussein Obama for permitting this? He was the one who let him in by the drove. They don't like it here. They don't like our system. They want to cheat. Let's send them back. They'll feel happy over there anyway. They like it better in Somalia than here. They want money. Let the Islamic State pay for it in their own country, not here in the United States. So let's be smart. Let's send them back, period. All of them. Those who convert to Christianity and submit to our form of life and respect our Constitution and our government, you can stay here. But those who don't, send them back. You know, it's stupid to have people who want to destroy and commit fraud in mass in order to impose their will upon us. This doesn't make sense. Okay, let me go to the next video here. Go to this one before I go to the last one. Okay, this one
Candace
lasts too long.
Owens
Now you're gonna put a
absolutely
small
rips
piece of it.
Democrats and exposes their sick secret about black Americans. I'm Josh Bernstein filling in for Gary Franchi in the next
A little portion
now,
of this
before we
video,
get to that
just
story,
less
if
too
you're new to
much.
the channel, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you never miss a story.
Before I go further, life has never looked so uncertain as it does right now. And if you were laid off, your old IRA or 401k might hold thousands of dollars. To find out more about unlocking your own hidden treasure and receive a solid silver 5-ounce $1 Apollo 11 moon landing coin with each qualifying IRA, call my friends at Noble Gold at 877-646-5347. You do not want to miss this opportunity. Now, back to the news.
Candace Owens unleashed on these leftists that are attacking him. Go ahead and roll this clip.
Our leaders in Congress and on television and at Cosmo have decided that law enforcement of any kind is an act of bigotry. Do they really believe that? Well, of course they don't really believe that. That's why so many of them are surrounded by armed bodyguards. But it doesn't matter what they really believe. In the short term, in the run-up to this election, they are getting their way. And the rest of us will have to live with the consequences of that. As you just saw, the entire panel on MSNBC went after the Attorney General of Kentucky, Daniel Cameron, for the crime of stating facts. So they attacked him. They called him, in their phrase, racially charged names because he deviated from the DNC's line. This kind of attack is everywhere now. What should we make of it? Candace Owens has borne the brunt of attacks like this for a long time. She's the author of the book Blackout, How Black America Can Make Its Second Escape from the Democrat Plantation. She joins us tonight. Candace, thanks so much for coming on. So you saw the Attorney General of Kentucky, and I think I'd be honest enough to say this even if I disagreed with him, certainly made a rational case for his position and a pretty traditionally American case, rioting is not justice. And then you see him attacked as a race traitor. What do you make of that?
For me, it's absolutely infuriating to watch, and you are correct in saying that I've been on the receiving ends of the same sorts of attacks. And here's what's so fundamentally wrong and backwards about it, is that if you actually look at what they're saying and what the deeper implications are here, it's that there is a right way, a correct way, and a wrong way to be black. Meaning that you could look at me, Tucker, and say Candace Owens is black, and therefore I can assign a bunch of characteristics and expectations upon to her based on her skin color. Ironically, Tucker, that's the very definition of racism. And it's coming from the liberals who like to say that they see racism everywhere, but they can't recognize it when it's coming out of their own mouths. I've often said the Democrat Party has built almost a prototype of what it means to be a black American. That prototype means a black American must vote Democrat. You must react emotionally and not rationally and not pause to think. We must be faithful and abide by cultural icons, meaning we must worship the words and the advice of King LeBron James, as he's called, and Queen Beyonce. Queen Beyonce being the person, I will remind all your listeners and viewers, who actually wrote a letter to hurry up the Attorney General in his investigation and said that she wanted her kind of justice delivered in the Breonna Taylor case. He did the right thing by ignoring her. He did the right thing by ignoring the various pressures coming from culture and the mainstream media. And for that, you're seeing him being socially lynched and stripped of his identity because he acted professionally and rationally. You know, this guy should be commended by both sides, and instead he's being attacked racially by the left. They don't. And
Okay,
where I get
let me stop
especially
right here
frustrated
because it
with
lasts
Tucker
too
is
long.
this kind of a thought process. It only exists, it's only placed upon black Americans. You can't imagine a scenario where Joe Biden...
They're accusing us conservatives of what they're guilty of, racism. They are the true racists. Now, I'm going to go with this last video on what socialism is really all about. The kind of paradise they're offering you, which is not a paradise. It's a hellish freaking nightmare. But before I go, like I always say, Donald Trump, I always pray for you and your family. God bless you always. And may God protect you. The same with Mike Pence and his family. And God bless our country eternally. And I stand with God and Israel eternally. So I'll see you guys soon. Have a happy Monday, and remember, my name is Eduardo Rodriguez, and here I am always to denounce the extreme left, who is disguised as liberals. They're not liberals, they are communists or socialists, whichever way you want to call them. So here I go with this last video, and God bless. I'm going to try to translate this.
Siento decepción porque pensé que esta revolución se iba a hacer para ayudar a los pobres, pero mira los pobres en qué situación estamos viviendo. Todo ese techo empezó a hundirse. Entonces empecé a ponerle tabla y a calzarlo para ver hasta dónde llegaba. Le tuve que poner un nylon porque estas tablas cogieron comején.
She's saying that the house, the floor
Bueno, ya el niño llega allá
of
abajo,
wood,
¿ves?
she had to change it because it was getting termites,
Desde el 2012
and it was rotting away.
el pasillo circulatorio frente a mi casa.
She called the government, the communist the regime, to see if they can help her. They haven't helped her. They just ignored
Y
her
aparte
plea.
de la Asamblea Nacional, hemos ido partido provincial.
She had gone to all the committees, all type of levels of the communist
Vinieron
regime.
los arquitectos de inversiones.
They said they're going to help her out. Look at the
del partido,
conditions there, the
dijeron, "Me da un
walls
dedo en el
falling
parque,
apart."
sentaremos aquí, vamos a hacer el informe. Pero hicieron el informe y no han resuelto
That's the
nada
kind of
todavía. Entonces, ahora por último, hicieron
utopic
carta a la Asamblea
society
donde dije que iban a haber
that
campañas
AOC, Bernie Sanders,
Yo dije que tengo
and
13 años
the
de
whole
trabajo,
DNC is offering
30
you.
años dirigiendo la Organización de
And they're
Naciones
doing it.
Unidas,
Because
17
you
años de
could check out what's happening in Chicago,
resolver nada.
Minneapolis,
Con un niño de
Seattle,
16 años, asmático crónico.
California, New York, the state I was born in, it was turned into a hellhole. Look at this, look at this. Look at the conditions. Look at the health
Ya no sé dónde está.
condition of the person here, this person.
Ya lo perseguía por donde quiera. Yo le hice cartas y le hice, le devolví. Tengo todas las cartas. Todas las cartas.
And
las
they
tengo
won't
ahí,
help her,
y nada.
nothing.
Me dijeron que no tenían vivienda y que no tenían vivienda. Y ahí yo tengo 70 años.
She
Ya
tried to
en
move
el
to
año
another
80 que se cayó la caseta de allá,
location,
estoy haciendo papeles.
and they said they didn't have the housing for that.
Nunca en la
And look at the condition of her house,
¿Qué esperanza que-
which in the United States would have been locked up, prohibited from habitat.
Un aguante de arriba,
Look at the condition of the ceiling. Look at that.
abajo, no tengo nada. Estoy aquí arriba regando. Y mira, despegar de la pared, todo eso hasta aquí y eso está aquí. Porque eso te está cayendo, se está muriendo por ahí. ¿Ves?
She says everything is falling apart. Look at that.
La parte del almacén está en el aire.
Y la mente dice que tienen que sacar
One part of the house has no roofing.
lo que tenemos que hacer ahí. Pero mientras tenga un cuarto con el edificio, nosotros no vamos ni a apuntar ni a demoler.
Look at that.
Entonces, vivienda, abajo todos los
Look at the
locales,
balconies.
para que
Remember, these balconies has been there for over 61 years.
no como tal que se dijo que si no van a preparar los locales para
The poverty is so extreme that they're reduced to a monthly payment for these retirees of about $4 a month.